When was the last time you took a leap of faith, trusting that everything is going to work out? Do you crave growth, or are you merely content with the status quo? If you want more out of your life, out of your career, and out of your relationships, you are in the right place. Take the leap and discover how to create a life by design rather than living it by default. Real success starts with you. Now here's your host, Colleen Biggs.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Take the Leap. I am your host, Colleen Biggs, and today you are with me. I do not have a guest today because I really felt strongly after the last episode of talking about eliminating the attachments that we have to outcomes. I really felt like I needed to come on here and get into a little bit more discussion about that and a few other things that have been coming up so much with clients I'm working with women that I'm meeting, so many women that I'm meeting in my chamber events, in NABO, in networking. I just meet so many amazing women, and I'm shocked at how many of them are already really kind of diffused and flattened by their lack of success. So where are we defining success, I guess, is the question we should ask. And so today I want to look at those pieces. I want to dive into a little bit more about that. But before we do, I have got to, as always, thank our sponsor of today's show, Ally Spine Center. And what sets our office apart from other offices is our focus and expertise in treating degenerative spinal conditions, including disc disease, bulging herniated discs, spinal stenosis, neuropathy, sciatica pain, tingling and numbness in the arms, hands, legs, and feet, as well as severe and chronic neck pain and headaches. They specialize in corrective care, not just the treatment of the symptoms, with physical medicine modalities. And in most cases, they use pre and post images to help them determine the structural improvement of the spine. So they are located in Arizona. You can reach them at allyspinecenter.com. But please, if you're in another state, please contact them at 480-809-4700 because they can hook you up in another state with a corrective care space as well. So getting back to the conversation about us feeling there's got to be a limiting belief going on there and feeling like we're not successful. So when you measure success for yourself, what do you measure that to? Is it a goal? Is it an outcome? Is it a money? Is it fame? Is it being an influencer? I see so many individuals that are so tied to likes and how many people watch my reels. And this is what people perceive about me. So if I had 30,000 people watch my reel, oh my gosh, now I'm liked. Now I'm somebody. And I want to share with you today that you're someone just the way you are because you're a daughter of God. And that's just the way it is. You don't need to be somebody famous. You don't need to have thousands and tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers or views on your reels to be somebody. I think that is a societal thing that has gotten a little out of control. And I would love to see so many of you focus on you. How do you make you better? How do you do the things that you love? And nothing makes me happier than watching a woman grow a business because it's her passion, because she desperately loves teens, or she desperately loves numbers and accounting, and her brain just works so amazing, and she wants to help small business owners, or they want to help you tap into your subconscious so you can release some of the trauma that we've had in our lives. And I will tell you, I've worked with a lot of practitioners lately to uncover a lot of trauma that I've had in my life. And This trauma is deep. And if I allow myself to identify with the trauma, I'll probably be a drug addict on the corner by next week. So let me explain that to you. When we do the work and we go back to discover, why is it that I can't remember all of my childhood? What has happened to me? What was my life like? I've gone through some amazing trauma healing that has brought up, and my subconscious is now ready to show me what it is that I've gone through. And I won't bore you with the details on that, but I've been through some very heavy, heavy trauma, from childhood rapes that I didn't remember, to horrible relationships that involved drugs and guns. I've been treated poorly. I've been neglected. I've been disposed of. I've been forgotten. I've really gone through a lot of traumas as a child. Um, and I don't blame my parents, because I believe that I was strong enough to go through those traumas for what my true life is going to look like, and who I am today, and who I inspire, and who I motivate. But it truly has become the basis of my motivation for why I want to inspire women to love themselves, to never settle, to always know that there's more for them, um, and to find the happiness and the joy that we all deserve. I know, because I'm a woman, I know how much we are responsible for. I know how much we do. Trust me. I'm a mom. We have 7 kids. I have adopted kids. We have grandkids. I mean, we're talking like we have a mixed blended family, and there's a lot of them. And my motherhood journey, when I became a wife at 19, started at 21. So I really didn't, I mean, my childhood, I was a child when I decided to get married. So I messed up a lot in my life and didn't love myself. I wasn't, how do I explain it? I wasn't emotionally available for my relationships, which caused divorces, and those affected my children. And I know that along the way, I've learned every lesson that can possibly happen. I have experienced so much trauma, so much hurt, so much pain, um, that it made me the high achiever I am today. It kept me resilient and driven. But if we don't uncover the trauma, if we don't walk through and get rid of this identity that we could still be, and really free ourselves of every chain that is holding you back, it is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. It's going to show up in your body as pain. It's going to show up in your business as failure. It's going to show up in your relationships with people. It shows up everywhere. It will rear its ugly head, and you cannot get rid of it. So that is why I think it's so important for us to focus on our health, to focus on our well-being. I usually challenge a lot of clients and ladies to do things for themselves that will help them feel healthier, because that really is your wealth. And in business, I never ever thought that my husband and I would get to a point where we owned so many businesses and just kept buying more businesses. But I've just decided it's something that I really enjoy doing. For the last 25 years, I've loved, loved, loved building businesses. helping other people build businesses, building my own businesses, buying businesses. I'll tell you, it is hard starting from scratch. It really is. So, whenever an opportunity arises for you to buy an operating business already or a franchise or something like that, I always say, go for it, because it really is the easier way in buying a business rather than you having to do it all yourself. But there's so many women out there that have some amazing businesses, men too. And those are all the resources that we need. So if you're struggling somewhere in your life and you feel that you're not getting the support you need or you don't know who to turn to, please find a mentor. Please get yourself a life coach. Please turn to someone that's able to support you. It's one of the reasons why I talk about the Empower and Elevate conferences that I run in Arizona in November and March. My purpose for running that was solely to bring women together so they could support one another. And I really feel like the more that you deposit and build into your social capital, the better off you're going to be. And when people start isolating themselves when they're going through hard times in their business or hard times personally, and they back off from everything and isolate themselves, it's the worst thing that can happen. I had a dear friend, Mike Jones, pass away earlier this year. And at his celebration of life, um, the pastor that was speaking that day said, that grief, which we have grief in our lives in many areas, grief is something that will always be with you, but you work through it with people. You don't close the shades and isolate yourself from others that are there to support you because they too are grieving. So you work through it together and you want to be in company of others. So any of you that are struggling in your business, struggling in your personal life, please reach out to resources that are available to you. You can even reach out to me at info@colleenbiggs.net, and I will be there for you to get you connected to the right person. I'm a major connector. So let me connect you to the person that I think you might need to speak to that can help you in your life for whatever it is that you're going through. But this is such a near and dear topic to me because I've had such a crazy life with divorces and marriages and a very abusive childhood that it just made me stronger. It made me resilient. And I've become the person I am today because I don't blame others for my past, nor do I blame myself for the choices that I've made. I've forgiven myself along the way to know that I've done the best I could with the information I had at the time. And are you saying to yourself, when things don't work out and you're still attached to that outcome, that I've done the best I can with the information I had at the time? And that is really the message I want you to get today, to know that you've done the best you could with the information that you had at the time. So now what could you do better? Who could you connect with? Who could you find as a mentor? Who could you add to your social capital bucket of who you know? And then who knows you is really how they're going to serve you back. So just remember that today as you go through your day or through your evening, and think about the areas that you're disappointed in yourself. Let go of those expectations because you did the best you could with the information that you had. And what I want you to remember from this point moving forward is, what information do I need to learn? Who do I need to connect with so that I can become a better version of myself and know that what you do is okay, right? We need to be patting ourselves on the back because you're the only you that's ever been, and you're the only you that's ever going to be. So if you want to design your life the way that you truly want to design it, who needs to be on that path with you to help you? I've had so many mentors along the way, so many coaches along the way, and I'm still working with mentors and coaches to develop into the person that I know I desire to be. And I want to be a person that creates space for other women to feel safe, to inspire, to motivate them, to really light something inside of them that maybe has been a little dim lately. And who do you want to be? What does it mean for you to be successful? And who do you need on that path? So, as we leave today, I want you to ponder that. And until next time, remember, be you and be strong. Bye bye for now.
We hope you enjoyed our show today, as our guests shared their secrets on designing their life by taking the necessary leaps to expand their influence and attract the right people and clients into their lives. To start these easy steps for yourself, be sure to visit www.colleenbiggs.net/freebies to download the 7 ways to increase your exposure today.